Why, hello, this is Mr. Huff, and I want to go through making an assembly today. So, right now I'm in Playground. I need to switch to the Puzzle Cube project. So, I'm going to change over to the other project here. And you can see I have thrown together some pieces here that I'm going to use in this project. We're going to do an assembly today, so I would like you to go up to New and then make sure you're in the English templates and you have three assemblies we can choose from. We are going to be using standard. So double click standard and off we go. So it looks a lot like the drawing screen. Sorry, but it's a little bit different. What we have some different tools up here, and we're mostly going to deal with placing pieces and then adding some constraints. So what we're going to do is choose the puzzle piece that we want to start with. Okay, the one you want to pick is the one that's most on the bottom. So look at your puzzle design and you want to choose the piece that's on the bottom and make sure it is positioned properly. I'll talk about positioning here in a moment. Okay, so once you have left clicked, you can keep clicking and it will keep placing these green parts, but I only need one, so I'm going to press escape. Or you can also click right click and OK, and that will stop. Now, this is a very important step. Make sure you, on your first piece that you place, right click and ground it. Just click on grounded. What this does is it makes this a reference point for all the other pieces. Okay. So we now have placed a piece and we've grounded it. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is get another piece. The next piece I need is going to be the red block. So I have a red piece and I'm going to place it and then press escape because I only want one. Terribly sorry. So when I look at my design, there's a couple of things going on here. I have to, let's you can just move this around if you want, but you can see it passes through it and you can put it in the wrong place. Building a cube like this is going to be really awkward. So what we need to do is apply some constraints. So some constraints that we'll have is I know that this face is going to touch the backside of this puzzle piece. So I want to mate those. So if you click on constraint, you will see that we have two things we're looking at. We have two kinds of constraints we're going to be applying today: mates and flush. If they're mates, the faces contact, and if it's flush, they are lined up with each other. This means on a plane. It doesn't necessarily mean they have to be touching, but they will be on the same plane. It'll make more sense once you get in and start doing this. So I'm going to choose the face that I want to come and be in contact with the green piece. And learning to navigate your puzzle cube is going to be real important here. This is where having a scroll mouse is helpful. So this is the second piece, and you hear the little click, and that means that the two pieces are mated on those faces. So I'm going to click apply. That's the one I want. Okay. I want to apply another one. I know that this piece and this surface are flush with one another. So now they're kind of, but that's not what I want. I want flush. So now I know that they're at the same level. And there's one more thing I need to touch here. Let's see. So we're going to apply that one. And then I also know that this piece is going to be over here touching this green one. So I'm going to spread them apart a little bit. And I want to connect this face using a mate to the back side of this red piece. So I'm going to scroll. Let's see. If you hold down shift and push your scroll button down, you can rotate that freely. And that's not what I wanted. So we're going to cancel. Let me hit right click and constraint. We're going to connect this one. And then we're going to scroll this around this way to this one. Okay. And then I'm going to click apply. So I have applied two mates and a flush, and it looks like those parts are where they're supposed to be. If I click the home view, you'll see that those are right where they need to be. So the only way to get good at this is to practice.